Prepare for a journey that transcends the reality we know, a story shrouded in mystery and guided by a luminous presence. Who was the woman behind one of the most impactful spiritual works of our time? What extraordinary encounters transformed her life and gave rise to a teaching that echoes in millions of hearts? Stay with us until the end, for the revelation awaiting you can forever change your perspective. And if curiosity already stirs within you, please like this video so this message can reach more souls thirsty for understanding. Follow the channel so you don't miss future videos that will bring more light and blessings to your journey. Helen Cohn Schuchman led an intellectually stimulating life as a psychologist in the vibrant city of New York. Her routine was guided by reason and analysis, a world far removed from mystical or profound spiritual experiences. She was known for her sharp mind and a certain degree of skepticism, characteristics that helped her build a solid career in her field. The awakening to a broader spiritual reality was not something she actively sought, nor was it something her daily life suggested. However, the tranquility of her nights began to be interrupted by intense and recurring dreams. These were not ordinary, fragmented, and ephemeral dreams, but vivid and coherent narratives, charged with an atmosphere of profound peace and love. In these dreams, a figure emanating a soft light and a compassionate gaze began to manifest. At first, Helen couldn't clearly identify who this presence was, but the sensation of deep benevolence it radiated was undeniable. These dream encounters repeated themselves for several nights, becoming progressively more detailed and impactful. The luminous figure not only presented itself, but also conveyed messages laden with a wisdom that seemed to transcend human knowledge. The words spoken in her dreams addressed unconditional love, the illusory nature of suffering, and the importance of forgiveness for achieving true inner peace. Helen would wake from these dreams with a feeling of having experienced something profoundly real, though inexplicable by her rational understanding. In her dreams, the luminous figure began to identify itself. With a calm and loving voice, it revealed itself to be Jesus. For Helen, a woman with a secular background, this revelation brought a mixture of disbelief and deep emotion. The figure of Jesus, so central to the history of Christian faith, was manifesting in her dream world, transmitting teachings of love and redemption. Sharing these disconcerting experiences with her colleague William Thetford, Helen found an attentive and curious listener. Bill, with his open mind and interest in spiritual themes, encouraged Helen to meticulously record her dreams and the messages she received. Together, they embarked on a journey to explore the meaning of these nocturnal visits, trying to decipher the purpose behind these unusual encounters. The messages from Jesus in Helen's dreams were consistent in their central theme: the transformative power of love and forgiveness. He spoke of the illusion of separation between human beings and our essential unity in God. His words offered a new perspective on suffering, sin, and the nature of reality, inviting a radical change in the way of thinking and perceiving the world. Over time, Jesus' communication with Helen transcended the boundaries of dreams. She began to hear a clear and loving voice in her mind during the day, a constant presence that guided her and transmitted teachings. This voice became an inexhaustible source of wisdom, deepening the themes that had been introduced in the dreams and expanding Helen's understanding of the nature of spiritual reality. For a woman with a rigorous scientific background like Helen, the experience of receiving messages from Jesus was, at the very least, disconcerting. She struggled internally between her intellectual skepticism and the profound resonance these words found within her being. Nevertheless, the consistency, coherence, and intrinsic wisdom of the messages prevented her from dismissing them as mere fantasies of the mind. Bill Thetford played a crucial role during this period. His open mind and unwavering support helped Helen navigate this extraordinary experience. Together, they developed a method for recording the messages Helen received, with Bill acting as an attentive scribe, meticulously noting down the words without judgment. For nearly a decade, Helen dedicated herself to faithfully recording the words transmitted to her by this loving presence that identified itself as Jesus. The accumulated material was vast and comprehensive, deeply exploring topics such as metaphysics, spiritual psychology, and the path to inner enlightenment through forgiveness and a shift in perception. The process of receiving and transcribing these messages was not without its challenges for Helen. There were moments of intellectual resistance, questioning, and even fear in the face of the extraordinary nature of what was happening. However, the strength and coherence of the teachings compelled her to persevere with the conviction that there was a greater purpose behind this experience. Slowly, the material began to take shape, forming a coherent system of thought and a practical path to inner transformation. The messages were organized into lessons, a core text that laid out the underlying theory, and a manual for teachers that offered guidance on how to apply the principles taught. The voice of Jesus that spoke to Helen consistently emphasized the importance of forgiveness as the key to inner peace and to perceiving divine reality. He taught that the world we perceive is a projection of our thoughts and beliefs, and that by choosing love and forgiveness instead of fear and judgment, we can experience a reality of peace and joy. We've reached the moment to reveal the fruit of this extraordinary journey. The book Helen Schucman transcribed under the guidance of the voice that identified itself as Jesus is called A Course in Miracles. A Course in Miracles is not just a book, it is a self-study spiritual program designed to undo the illusions of the egoic mind and awaken the remembrance of our true nature as beings of love and light, united with God. Its teachings challenge our deepest beliefs and invite us to look at the world with new eyes, perceiving the perfection and love that have always been present, but were obscured by our fears and judgments. Studying A Course in Miracles can be a deep dive into oneself, a process of deconstructing old beliefs and awakening to a new understanding of reality. Many testify that diligent study of this work brings profound inner peace, a greater capacity to forgive, and an awakening to the joy and purpose of life. If you feel an inner calling for a deeper understanding of your nature and the world around you, if you seek a path to inner peace and liberation from suffering, we encourage you to explore A Course in Miracles. This book can be the tool you are looking for to begin a journey of profound and lasting transformation. The story of Helen Schucman and the birth of A Course in Miracles is a testament to the power of an open mind, the courage to follow one's inner truth, and the ability to receive messages from a higher source of wisdom. May this story inspire you to seek your own truth and to open your hearts to love and forgiveness. If this story has touched you and sparked your interest in A Course in Miracles, please share this video with others who might also benefit from this message. And remember to like and follow the channel to receive more content designed to illuminate your path and bless your life. May peace be with you.